Welcome to today's sports event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of Runebound. Today we're going to be playing a two-player game, and we are going to be playing with the expansion pack called Cult of the Rune. So get ready, get set, and let the game begin. First of all, let's introduce today's team members. Tobin Farslayer versus Jonas the Kind. Tobin has a before combat ability that reads, you may take 1 sweat to make a ranged attack. If your hero succeeds, inflict 1 damage. And here are Tobin's stats. Jonas the Kind has an ability that reads, after making a successful melee or magic attack, if your enemy is within 1 damage of being knocked out or killed, this enemy is automatically knocked out or killed. And here are Jonas the Kind's stats. The game is ready to begin. The players are ready. First up, Tobin the Farslayer. Up in Tamilir, ready to depart, but where would he go? Oh, I think I'm just gonna go get maybe an ally or some weapons, whatever I can find in a nearby town. Well, there you have it, folks. Let's see what the dice hold for him. Tobin rolls, and here he goes. Alright, let's go see what's over there. He arrives at Dawnsmore. I guess I'm going to go with the $3 familiar. The Guardian Dog. Chon 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 chon. He looks fierce. His turn is now over. So he must roll to see if the cult gets to move. Because of this result, we will go over here to the plains, flip that over, and give him that bearing. Things might get dangerous because the cult is now approaching a town. On to Jonas's turn. Where, oh where, Jonas, where you go? Well, I guess the best thing is to get as far away as possible from the cult, and again go get an ally or some weapons. So let's see if I can make it to Forge or somewhere else. I got a bunch of rivers, so I'm gonna go sailing down the river and on to Forge. I know I can't afford that with a cost of 8, so forget that. So I won't even, I'm just getting an ally. Stats don't look that bad, so the Slave of the Shackle it is. Now it's the end of his turn, so he must roll to see if the cult gets to move. River and forest, so it moves to the forest and flips that over. And that's the end of round 1. On to turn number 2. Tobin the Farslayer found a way, very long way, but an appropriate way to get all the way to here on a yellow marker. Now we can turn over an event which most probably we will ignore. Yes, in this game we ignore all of these. But because it is yellow, we get to roll 2 movement dice to move the cult. So let's do that right now. The first result we get is river and swamp. We need to look at these 3 spaces. There are no river or swamps available for the cult to move to, so he stays there. Happy, happy. Second result is a river or road. Now we have 2 roads that we can choose. Definitely not there, because then he will move on over to the town, so we'll go straight ahead and stay right there. Because it is Tobin's end of the turn, he gets to roll 1 more dice to see if our friend moves. But he does not move, for there is no forest or river in those spaces. On with our mighty Jonas the Kind. Jonas is going to try to make it to the first challenge and get some action. He rolls for movement. Plain, forest, and he is over at challenge number 1. Let's see what we get. Our challenge, it's a spell thief. Health 2. And there's a before combat that we need to resolve. Neither your hero nor allies may use any before combat abilities or items that require magic tests or magic attack rolls. And we're going to get 2 miserable gold coins out of this. Stats, 14 and 1, 11 and 0, 15 and 0. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. We already looked at the before combat ability of the spell thief. We will not be using any before combat abilities, so we move on to the first phase of combat, which we're going to use our faithful ally that we just hired, the Slave of the Shackle, to try and attack the spell thief. The Slave of the Shackle rolls a 9 and a 2, making that an 11 plus 1 that he gets automatically is 13, which means we have failed against the spell thief's 14, giving our ally 1 damage token. For the second phase of combat, we will attempt to attack using our mighty Jonas the Kind in a melee attack. Jonas rolls a 9 plus his 4 that he already gets is 13, which gives our enemy 2 points of damage and ultimately killing him. Bye-bye. So at the end of his turn, Jonas is left with 2 gold coins, 1 experience token, an ally with 1 damage, and a trophy. Not bad for Jonas.